and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know that this video is in fact brought to you by Princeps, the leading, and I mean the leading brand, the leading company in helping guys, YouTubers, influencers, or whoever get their merchandise needs off the ground, man. If you want to know how you can be down with Princeps, hit me up. I'll point you in the right direction. If you want to grab some of the Hurt Season merch, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? The link to the description for all that will be there as well. And also, man, listen, I'm going to give y'all the code. I'm going to give y'all the code for the savings because it's about to be postseason. I'm going to give y'all the code for the savings. The code is Bully10. When you check out, put in Bully10. I'm putting it out there. Bully10, get you some additional savers on all your hats, beanies, all of that stuff as well. And he back, taking all the reps as the QB1. He's back. You know what I mean? Dallas got it, and A.J. Brown said he got a little pep in his step. You know what I'm saying? He getting the ball out on time, regular Jalen Hurts type stuff that we've been looking forward to, we've been accustomed to seeing. You know what I mean? For the majority of the season, well, all of the season since he's been playing, the consistency. I don't expect nothing to change this week with all of this on the line. In fact, I'm actually glad that this type of pressure has come down to, you know, it having to be Jalen Hurts to take care of it. I'm glad. You know what I mean? Jalen, listen, the game is going to get won. How you win the game don't matter to me because you got rest to look forward to correct any deficiencies. So it don't really matter to me, man. Well, Jonathan Gannon is just a wild dude. Y'all heard what he said.
Do you think Hassan Reddick deserves consideration as a defensive player of the year?
Yeah, I don't know what his sack numbers are, but 16, yeah, he's up there. I mean, he's one of the best players in the NFL. I would say that. And, you know, if I didn't drop him so much, he'd probably have 25.
Is that a shot at us?
No, that's not a shot at you. That's a kudos in Hassan's hat to do whatever we need to do. He will do whatever we ask him to do to win.
Wow, dude, I can't even properly get into it. For Jonathan Gannon to say that Hassan Reddick would have had 25 sacks if he didn't drop him back in coverage, I don't think he think it's funny. I think in his mind, somehow, some way, that sometimes having a guy with 16 sacks drop back in coverage, knowing he's unblockable, and knowing that you basically got to block him one-on-one because everybody else eats as well, you know what I'm saying? And not having that weapon there at all times to abuse, it's ridiculous to me, man. It just shows the flaw, man. You know, I'm a firm believer. I know this is neither here nor there. We're getting kind of off topic. I'm a firm believer that Jim Schwartz could definitely operate with this level of talent way better than, you know what I mean, what we're seeing from Jonathan Gannon. But Gannon is what we got. That's what we're going into the playoffs with. The defensive player of the year, you know what I mean, recognition for Hassan Reddick is spiking up a little bit. People are talking about it more as they should be. As they should be. You know what I mean? I like to think I was the one throwing it out there first. You know what I mean? I'm tired of tooting my horn. It's about the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday and what they're going to do against the New York Football Giants. A lot of speculation. Are the Giants... Listen, we got to start our starters. This game is not just important for us. This game is also important for the San Francisco 49ers who are going to be watching. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be watching. We got to win this game if we want to stay a step ahead of the competition and all of these great teams that's in the NFC for the postseason this year. So, should they start Daniel Jones or should they not? I don't think they should start any of these starters. If you're asking me, this is what Daniel Jones is going up against. Daniel Jones is going up against a defensive front who is chasing history. And they know that the New York Giants offensive line, who they sacked Daniel Jones 6 times, I think, in the game, or 5 or something like that, they know that they cannot block us. We already know that them dudes can't block them on either side. Sweat had a field day. Reddick had a field day. They going up against guys who have had 6 straight sacks in the last 5 games. 6 or more, or 5 or more, or 6 or more sacks in the last 5 games. You're going against a defensive front, which is no doubt, hands down, the best the NFL has seen in like the last 20 years in terms of getting to the quarterback. That's what you're looking at right now. Do you want to put Daniel Jones in harm's way like that? Daniel Jones been looking sweet the last 2 weeks. He been looking good. He been looking good the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Why mess it up going into the playoffs? That's my thought process. Well, listen, we're going to tear his ass up. We're going to tear him up this week. We do it all the time. We're going to tear Daniel Jones up. Why do that to him before the biggest game of his career the following week? Let him rest. Let him heal up, especially Saquon. You know what I mean? Saquon is one of the most talented people when healthy, but sometimes Saquon get nicked up. Why put them guys in harm's way? I don't get it. Just lay down and let us get what we already gonna get. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. And that's how I'm looking at this, man. I think Daniel Jones and those guys, Gardner Johnson coming back. Come on, bro. We beat him without Gardner Johnson. The talent that we have is going to be able to shut down Saquon Barkley. We did it before. We're going to be able to stifle the passing game of those guys. We did it before. And, you know, we just got to contain Daniel Jones, who ran for night. Listen, they beat the Colts last week. I'm not worried about the Giants at all. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And if we don't win this game, it's an epic meltdown, a meltdown of epic proportions to which I have never seen. You about to be as healthy as you have been in terms of the availability of players in the last 5 weeks. How could you not beat these guys? You're far more talented than these guys. You are far more talented than these guys. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for this. You know what I mean? Listen, the Giants not no slouches. They not no bums. They benefited from starting off hot, and it helped them get into the playoffs. You can't be mad at that. Congratulations. Kudos to y'all. But I almost forgot how annoying the Giants were once they got in. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to give them something to think about before their playoff game. They can start their starters if they want and get softened up to be a quick exit. They can do that if they want because that's what's going to happen to them. You know what I mean? I'm excited to get Jalen Hurts back. I'm excited for Gardner Johnson to be back. I'm excited for the people that were putting the cologne over the stench of Jonathan Gannon to be back because it was stinking the last 2 weeks, if you ask me. The stench of Jonathan Gannon was reeking. Then we had a little minced Minshew thrown in there as well. It just was too stinky for me, man. So I'm happy to be back on the right side of things. And the right side of things for me is to be back with the MVP candidate Jalen Hurts at the helm of this offense. Nothing else matters for real. Jalen Hurts getting ready for his second straight year in the postseason. That's what matters. You know what I mean? It's hard to get to the playoffs in consecutive years. A lot of guys ain't did that. A lot of guys never been to the playoffs back-to-back years that are in the postseason this year. Yeah, you could throw in Mahomes. You could throw in Burrow. Who else? You could throw in, I'm missing somebody. You could throw in Allen. Then you got to look at Jalen Hurts. This Dak Prescott first year doing it. So we're not about to take nothing for granted over here, man. Nothing for granted over here. I want this game to be wrapped up by halftime. That's how I'm looking at this thing. Wrap it up by halftime. Play smart. Be hungry, and get that sack record. History is right there for us. We can get the 85 Bears sack record. Go after it. Go for it. Go for it. Relentlessly, every down, go for it. I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Gannon dials up some blitzes just so we can get it. Send some linebackers this week. Go for the history. It's too much of Jonathan Gannon playing not to lose, playing not to lose, and instead of playing to win. I need Jonathan Gannon to start playing to win. Because if you don't win, you go home in a couple weeks. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.